there's gonna be someone that tells you your dream is stupid. It's up to you to believe in it. It's your dream. It's not their dream. Of course it's stupid to them. They don't dream that dream. Don't let someone tell you what your dream is, because it's not their dream. What's up, guys? We are here, episode 11. We're just knocking them out. It's been a really cool journey. I didn't realize how many podcasts start and just fail until I started doing this consistently. I think at like episode maybe 6, I got a message from the hosting company saying that I've done more podcasts than like 90% of podcast people. So it really just shows that it's easy to come up with an idea, but keeping it consistent, even when nothing's happening, is the hard part. Because it is very discouraging when you're trying to do something. You're posting, like I post 3 to 5 videos every day, shorts. I do one podcast every week, Tuesday at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Goes on YouTube, it goes on Apple Music, Spotify, everything like that. But you don't see any type of numbers. Like a lot of the ones that I post on Apple Music or Spotify, they get maybe 10 downloads, if that. Some have gotten 0. The full podcast, they only get a few views, if that, on YouTube. Luckily, you guys on TikTok have been really cool, so I'm actually getting views on that. I'm seeing solid growth. YouTube is growing, but it grows slow. But when you see that and you're trying something, I know we just want the world. We want to get that what is the word I'm looking for? There's a specific word, but we want that. We just want to feel that we're doing something and it's working. We want something to explode right away. We just want to get that feeling of, oh yeah, I put this out, it grew. We see all these YouTube channels that have millions of followers. We see all these people just getting tons of views, but we forget that it's not an overnight process. A lot of these people started out with 0 views. They went months, they went years, they went forever without getting any type of recognition. And then one day, it all just blew up. It's like it takes that one spark to create the wildfire. And that consistency is just hitting the rocks together until finally you hit a spark. That spark catches and you've got your fire. And a lot of people aren't willing to just keep hitting that rock over and over. Arms getting sore, you're getting tired, you're ready for bed, you're cold, you just need a fire, but you don't want to put in that work. It's easy to go grab a blanket. It's harder to start a fire. And that makes a lot of people just give up before they actually get that reward. It's like that meme you see where they're digging for where they're mining for diamonds, and one person is just right at the edge. All the diamonds are on the other side, and then he turns around and walks away. We never know when we are going to get the benefits of all the hard work if we give up. It could be a year from now, it could be a week from now, it could be in an hour. You could be posting, you're going consistently, and then all of a sudden one of your posts just blows up. Now you've got hundreds of thousands of followers. And then they're looking at your old post and they're loving everything you've been doing, and they're wondering, why haven't they found you sooner? That's all it takes. You never know when you're gonna hit it. The worst thing you can do is just give up before you get that reward. And it's hard. It's so hard to stay motivated. It's so hard to keep posting, wake up, clip out everything. It's hard to be on that grind every day. And you might not be doing a podcast. You might be writing books. You might be trying to build a jewelry business, trying to do something that you know is going to make you something, but it's just not right now. And waking up every day and being consistent when there's no reward, there's nothing coming to you, there's no gratification, it's hard. We want that instant gratification, and a lot of people aren't willing to put in the work, because real gratification, it's not instant. Gratification comes from putting in those long hours, losing sleep, doing things that people look at you and call you crazy for, doing things that people say, you should just stop. Why don't you go just get a real job? Why don't you just it's not gonna work. Those people, they've got so much going for them. They had a rich parent, or they had this, they had that. And staying in that mindset to where you're like, I don't care. Nothing you say to me is gonna make me stop doing what I'm doing. Nothing you say to me is gonna make me stop chasing this dream. And I'm just gonna keep my head down and just keep pushing. If it doesn't happen, at least I can say I tried. At the end of the day, I can say I gave it my all. I went for something. Yeah, I failed, but at least I went for something. A lot of people are just too scared to even go for anything, and they just live in regret. One of the things I ask people all the time, especially when I'm like on a date or something, my biggest question I always ask is, if money wasn't an issue, what would you do? Whoa, that was a big fly. I always ask people if I'm on a date, this is one of my biggest questions I ask people. If money wasn't an issue and you could do anything in the world, what would you do? I've had people tell me they want to be a baker. I've had people tell me they want to create jewelry. I've had people tell me they want to be public speakers. And they have this dream and they're just not going for it. And all it takes is just one day waking up thinking, you know what, I've got one life to live. This is it. Do I want to be on my deathbed looking at all the different versions of myself thinking that's who I could have been? Or do I want to be on my deathbed surrounded by loved ones thinking, yeah, I did it. I did it. I'm happy to go. What else can I achieve? So it's really just a question of what do you want to do? And I always try to push people. Every time I get that answer, like, I want to be a baker. If she's watching this, she knows exactly who I'm talking about. But if you want to be a baker, start baking. You can start with little stuff. Sell it on Marketplace. Just bake for your friends and family. If they like it, just branch out. There's so much that we can do to just get started, and the hardest part about anything is just getting started. Battling that bitch voice and just starting on the project. Because there's going to be that, your bitch voice wants you to be comfortable. It doesn't want you to go out and fail. Failing hurts. Failing sucks. If you have that mindset. I'm always okay with failing. Because if I fail, I tried. And when I fail, I learn. And to me, a true failure only comes to when you quit. Anything else is just a learning experience. There's been so many things that I've gone after just trying to make money. Just so many, like, I started a record label. I was a rapper. I did so many different things. I did the MCA, where you're selling like basically AAA knockoff. I did so much stuff just to chase money, and I realized that money's not the goal. The goal is freedom, and you can't really be free doing something you don't like. So once I figured out the things that I like, the things that I want to do, it made it so much easier to wake up and to go after something, even though there's no instant gratification. And it sucks. You wake up, you open your phone, you're like, okay, this post, it's got to have thousands of views. This is the one. 0, 200, 100, maybe 1,000. And then you just got to be like, all right, well, it's time to make the next one. There's always that voice that's like, why are we making the next one? Why don't we do what's comfortable? This makes us not feel the best. And it's a battle with your inner self. The only person you're fighting in this world is your inner self. There's nobody else that's against you. There's nobody else that can control you. The only person that you can and should change is yourself. And it takes a lot of self-talk. It takes a lot of positive self-talk to just stay in that moment, wake up at that time that you said you're going to wake up, go to the gym when you said you're going to go to the gym, do the things you said you're going to do, when there's all these things around you that are just easy. It's easy to sit and watch TV. It's easy to just hang out with friends. It's easy to go to the bar. It's hard to stay on track and keep working towards something that you don't know for sure is going to work. That people tell you constantly, you shouldn't be doing that. That's stupid. You know how many times I've heard that's stupid? It's crazy. How many times I've heard, well, that's not plausible. And just keeping up, realizing, you know what? This is possible. Everything was impossible until someone did it. It's hard. There's so many days I wake up and I hear that alarm and I just go, do I really want to go to the gym today? Do I really want to make these posts? Do I really want to go to the studio today and record and do all this work, editing, clipping, all this extra work for something that I don't know for sure is coming? But in my mind, I do know it's coming. And it's not something, it's not for the weak at heart. It's definitely not for people that are so easily willing to give up and do the easy thing. I've had that self-talk all the time, like, dude, you're smart, you're hardworking, you're strong. There's a lot of good paying jobs out there that you can get. You know how to do photography, you know how to do video, you know how to do websites, you can do all these things. Why are you working for yourself, taking days where you're not making anything when you could have a steady income? And the reason is because I know it's going to happen. You have to have that little bit of crazy, a little bit of confidence, and that just, yeah, honestly, you do have to have a little bit of ego to go with it. You've got to know that no matter what, you can do this. No matter what, you can be one of the top brands. You know how crazy people think I am for saying that I'm going to have one of the top hair products in the world? It's going to be worth billions of dollars. But I know it's true. Thorlocks is going to be huge. I already have the plan for the next product after Thorlocks is huge. And it's going to be something that generates an insane amount of money. And that insane amount of money is going to go into projects that also generate money. And all of this accumulated wealth is going to go to making the world a better place. Like I've said in so many podcasts, I don't care about cars, houses, anything like that. I want to leave a legacy on this planet. I want to die knowing that my name is going to live on forever. That people are going to go to a place and go, Jarod built this. And they're going to talk about me. I'm going to be in the history books. That's what pushes me. So many people die, and within a couple years, they're forgotten. I don't want to be forgotten. I won't be forgotten. So it takes a lot of crazy, a little bit of ego, ironclad will to just keep pushing when times seem like it's just not going to work out. And any of you can do the same. All you need to do is start. You want something to change in your life, you have to be the change in your life. You have a dream. You have something that you wish you could do. I know you have something that if money wasn't an issue, you could do anything in this world. There's something that pops into your head right now. And all you have to do is start. You don't have to start big. You can start small. It just takes brick by brick to build the foundation. And once that foundation is built, the house goes up quick. All you got to do is lay that first brick. That could be baking a cake for somebody's birthday. That could be selling jewelry at a farmer's market. That could be creating a hair care product and using AI to build out funny videos like I'm doing. All it takes is one brick and the consistency to keep laying those bricks. And there's going to be days where you're tired. Your hands hurt from grabbing all those bricks. Your back is killing you from carrying the weight of all those bricks. But you show up and you work no matter what. That's what's going to make you successful. That's what's going to make you live the dream you want to live. And that's all it takes. Just pick up that first brick, lay it down, just start. With today's technology, it's so much easier to start things by yourself. You know how many times I've sat and I'm like, dude, I wish I could do these videos. God, I wish I could start this cartoon. If I just knew an artist, if I just had the space, if I just had people that could help me film. And you don't need it anymore. I just created a cartoon off of a character that I used to do for my son. He was young and I'd be like, I'm a big scary monster. Oh, roar, oh, I scared myself. I pooped a little. And he would just die laughing. He would crack up. He thought it was the funniest thing, that I pooped a little part. Oh, it's in my fur. And he loved it. And I was always like, if I get an artist, if I know someone that can animate, if I figure out something, I'll turn this into something. And now with AI, I've already got 2 episodes out. I've got my 3rd one that'll be finished today. I'll do another one tomorrow. And I'm just going to keep dropping them. I'm going to keep laying the bricks for that. And then eventually, an artist will find me. Because AI is great, but it's not consistent. It can't create my character the way I want it consistently. So every scene has just a little bit different, sometimes a drastic difference in the character. And eventually I'm going to find an artist. We're going to create a consistent character. We're going to do it perfectly. From the short animations, the little 1-minute animations, we'll have full episodes of cartoons. From there, we'll put out books. From there, we'll have merch. We'll have stuffed animals. We'll have clothing. And it's going to turn into one of the biggest things there is. It's going to be right up there with Bluey. It's going to be right up there with Blue's Clues. It's going to be huge. But right now, I'm putting out episodes, 0 views. Putting out episodes, 0 views. Oh. Where are we at? 31. That's one bad thing about going live. You can't turn your phone off. Now I gotta remember the time where that happened so that I can do it on the big camera, so when the full episode goes out, it doesn't just have my phone ringing. But like I was saying, it's hard to keep doing a cartoon or doing anything when you're not seeing results, when you're not getting that instant gratification. You just want it to blow up. You want something to take off so that can be your thing. And it's really hard when you're working a job, you're doing a podcast, you're doing a cartoon, you have family, you have whatever it is that you're doing, and you're still trying to chase this goal, trying to live this dream. Because you're like, well, I've got the easy money coming in, but that easy money just doesn't make me feel fulfilled. So it takes a lot of courage, a lot of, I don't even know what it's crazy, really. It's madness. It takes a little bit of crazy to just keep pushing without seeing no results. But I know that it'll be huge. It's going to be up there with Bluey, like I said. It's going to be one of the biggest things there is. Because I'm not going to give up. I've got all the bricks lined up. All I got to do is go pick them up and lay that foundation. Brick by brick, piece by piece. And eventually I'll have the building. I'll have everything that I've said I was going to have. And that's really what you have to do too. You can have everything that you've said you're going to have. All you have to do is believe it, see it. Manifestation is real. Anytime I get a little like deterred or I'm feeling a little down about it, I just tell myself, I'm rich. I see those numbers coming in. I see the amount of money coming in. I tell myself I have so much money that I get to bless others. My pockets are used to bless others. And I envision it and I feel it. I sit in that spot. I see myself talking to people. I see myself on bigger podcasts talking about the start. telling them, yeah, I was nothing. I was heading down a bad path. I was on drugs. I was drinking. And then I decided to turn my life around. And I just never stopped. There were moments where I wanted to stop. There were moments where I wanted to quit. And I just told myself, is that the life you want to live? And I put myself in these positions. I see myself sitting at the table. I see myself telling my story. I see the clothes that I'm wearing in that scene. And it's all going to be true. Every famous person will tell you the same thing. You've got to envision it. We create the world that we want to live in. How many times have you been thinking about something like a movie or anything really, and then a few days later you see it? Like, whoa, I was just thinking about that. That's manifestation. That's manifestation that you don't even realize is happening. You can do the same with money. You can do the same with fame. You can do the same with anything you want to. You just have to believe it. And there's going to be times where you don't believe it. There's going to be times where your bank account takes a hit and you're just like, I'm broke. But you're not broke, you're rich. The money just hasn't caught up yet. So really, it's all on us. Start laying those bricks. Start believing in yourself. Visualize where you're going to be. Visualize the car you're in. Visualize having that conversation going, we made $30,000 this month. The hair care product's making $1.2 million a month. The cartoon is just blowing up. People are buying stuffed animals. People are buying the books. People are watching the shows. This is incredible. And just put yourself in that position. Imagine what you're wearing. Imagine who you're talking to. And just feel it. Anytime you feel like you're not going to make it, imagine sitting in your bakery if that's what you want. And you just completed all the orders for today. You're sitting there. Your money is just stacked up. You're putting everything in the safe. And you're just thankful. And always in that moment, be thankful. And it's going to happen. Just be prepared for something that's not an instant gratification. Be prepared for something that's going to take some work. Because you're going to appreciate it so much more once you realize how much work it took to get to this point. If it was just handed to you, you wouldn't care about it. You'd be like, this comes and goes. I don't care. But if it's something you put your blood, sweat, and tears into, you've had days where you're just sitting there like, what am I going to do? How am I doing this? But you're still just on autopilot working. You're going to have the best story to tell. Just imagine your story. Everything leading up to this point is just your origin story. Anytime something goes wrong in my life, anytime I've had any type of bad experience, I always think, I'm going to tell this on a podcast someday. A big podcast where I'm like, yeah, I was drunk, I was on a couch, I was laying there crying, realizing I was such a shitty father. I was so disappointed in myself with how I was acting, and I decided right there I'm going to make a change. That's where we're at. Your origin story could be, I was working a dead-end job. I hated my boss. He was an asshole. I got a 50-cent raise every 2 years. What am I going to do with 50 cents? And then 2 years from that point, when I realized this isn't for me, I put my head down and I went to work. Now I'm worth millions of dollars. That can be your story. That is your story. It just hasn't caught up yet. Right now, you're just writing chapters to your book. Every good book has the rough parts. The hero starts to rise, drops down a little bit to where you think, oh no, the hero's lost it, and then comes back full force and takes over. So what part of the book are you on? What chapter are you on? Did you rise up and then you fell a little bit, but you're back to rising? Have you even started to rise yet? You decide where you're at in your book. You decide what story you're going to tell. You decide who you are. Nobody else does. When you look in the mirror in the morning, you tell yourself who you are. It's like Cool Runnings. I'm a badass mother who won't take nothing from nobody. You just got to tell yourself, who are you? Where are you at in your book? Who do you want to be? It's not as complicated as it seems. The only problem is our brains. Our brains are scared. It's like, I don't want to take that risk. I don't want to. What happens if what happens if we fail? There's only one guarantee in this life. You're not getting out of any of this alive. So you might as well do what you want. That's really all it comes down to. None of us are getting out of this alive. So why not do the thing we love and live a little while we're here? Time goes by fast. It's like Theo said, you can't wait for the perfect moment. It's like his description of the candle. If I just get a little bit brighter, if it just gets a little bit warmer in here, then I'm gonna do my thing, not realizing my candle is shrinking every day. That's our life. We can't wait for the perfect opportunity. We can't wait for the perfect time. We can't wait for everything to just be right. It just needs to be right now. There's no better start than the present. It's the saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is right now. Plant your tree. Lay your bricks. Build your foundation. Create something that's going to be here forever. Create a legacy that when you leave this earth, people cry and they go, God, I just want to be just a little bit like them. I just wish I had their drive, their tenacity, their determination, just a little bit of that, and I could be where I want to be. Be someone's motivation. Don't be your own regret. And like I said, it's hard. That bitch voice is loud. That bitch voice is so loud. No, we should just lay in bed. It's cold out there. We shouldn't go out there. It's cold. Yeah, it's colder in hell. It's colder in the grave. It's colder living with regret. So get up, get after it, do what you need to do what needs to be done, and chase your dream. The worst thing that happens is you die at the end. But guess what? You're gonna die at the end. No matter if you chase your dream or you live a dead-end job. The only real question is, how long are you gonna suffer? Are you gonna suffer for the rest of your life and die knowing you didn't do it? Or are you gonna go for it and die knowing you tried? Or die knowing that you tried and you made it? Either way, you're dying. So, decide. How do you want to live? There's the saying YOLO, which I hate that saying. You only live once. You only die once. You live every day. So how are you living every day? Are you living miserable? Are you living in a house you hate? Are you living with a person you don't like? Are you living day by day, just hoping for something to happen without putting any type of effort? Or are you living your best life, giving it your all, just enjoying that ride? Because I'm not going to lie, it's hard to keep going, but it's so fun. It's so fun making cartoons. It's so fun seeing stuff that you never thought you'd do. You don't understand until you do it. Yeah, it's hard, but you feel so accomplished. You feel like you're actually living. You want to wake up and get after it. All the other stuff doesn't seem as important anymore. Those girls don't seem as important anymore. That bar doesn't seem as important anymore. That TV doesn't seem as important anymore. Because you're chasing something real. You feel that progress, even if it's a little. But like I said, every brick, every step towards the right direction is still a step forward. And it feels so good to go after it. It feels good to try. It feels good to be a little crazy. It feels good to have people look at you and go, that's, oh wow, he's done that. Oh wow, she's done that. Well, I mean, I could do that too. Do it. That's what I tell people all the time. Do it. If you can do it, do it. Why are you not? Everybody looks at you like you're crazy until you succeed. Like Mr. B said, everybody looks at you like you're wasting your life, you're crazy, you're insane for doing what you're doing. You should just quit until you succeed. And then they talk about your drive and your ambition and your will to never give up. They don't give you that while you're chasing it, while you're fighting every day to keep going. But one day, the same people that were telling you to quit are going to go, oh my God, you were so smart and you were so brave, and your ambition and your drive, you killed it. And you're going to know, you didn't give me any of that before. So decide. Are we moving forward? Are we moving back? Or are we just going to sit down and stay right here in this position? To me, it's not a hard choice. But I've also fought my brain, and I've trained it a lot more. But I still have the bitch voice. I still have the let's not go work out. Let's not go as hard as we did. We don't need to be covered in sweat. People look at you like you're gross here at the gym. Good. I was working out the other day. I was dying. My shirt was literally soaked. It looked like I just jumped in a pool. I could have grabbed it and just made a puddle on the ground. And in my brain, I was like, all right, come on. We've already done this amount. Let's just stop here. And I looked around. I saw probably 100 people in that gym. And I didn't see one person with even half or a quarter of the amount of sweat. One person putting in any amount of effort compared to what I was doing. And I just thought, I'm outworking every single motherfucker here. And I'm not going to stop now, because then someone can catch up. It's a weird mentality. I've always had this crazy David Goggins motivation style, unless I was drinking. And then I just turned into such a bitch. And it feels so good to have this drive back. My co-host on my new podcast, the World's Vibe podcast, when I first met him, I was this same way. I would wake up at 3:30 in the morning every day. And the reason I woke up at 3:30 in the morning was because I heard Mark Wahlberg wakes up at 4 and I was going to beat him. So I would wake up at 3:30 every morning. I was so tired. I would make a pot of espresso every night. I'd get espresso beans, make a full pot. I'd put it in the fridge, and I would drag my ass to the fridge, ready to die, ready to go to sleep. My head's going, come on, let's just go lay down. What are we doing? Let's go, come on. It sucks. It's winter, it's cold. Let's go back to bed. And I would drag myself to that fridge. I would grab that espresso, and I would just start chugging. And that was my way to get through it. No matter what that voice in my head was telling me, I knew that I had to be something better than what I was. I had to push past that comfortability and do what needs to be done. And there's something like that for you. It doesn't have to be espresso. It could be something as simple as putting your phone across the room. Something as simple as chugging water, splashing cold water on your face, just jumping in the shower. There's something for you that will push you. You just got to figure out what it is. Because that voice is going to be loud, and that voice makes a lot of sense. It is cold in that room. That bed is comfortable. Sleep does feel good. But success feels even better. Success feels way better. So find your thing. Just make the start. Doesn't have to be a big step. Doesn't have to be a big brick. But it needs to be a start. I don't know what you want to do. You want to start doing graphic design. Wake up 1 hour earlier. Do 20 minutes on YouTube. Find a course online. Anything. And just take that step. It's not a complicated thing. It's just hard to battle that voice. But once you start battling that voice, that it gets weaker and weaker. It really does. Tell yourself when you wake up, would you rather be asleep or would you rather be winning? And just get up. It's rough. It's a rough start, but the more you train your brain, the more you take little steps, the further you get forward, and the more you look back and you realize, geez, I've come this way, this far. I don't want to go back. I don't want to take a back step. I don't want to knock down part of my wall. I just set those bricks there. Why would I want to knock them down? It was heavy putting those bricks there. I'm not taking any of them out. And all it takes is just one small step. And you got this. If nobody else believes in you, I believe in you. You should believe in you. If the world's beat you down and told you you're nothing, if the world has made you feel like you can't accomplish your dreams, I want to tell you you can. You are something. You're something bigger than all of the people that told you you weren't. And all of those people that made you feel small and insignificant are going to be the same people telling you, I knew you could do it. That drive, your ambition, your tenacity, I knew you could do it. They're going to be the same ones with their hands out. Because you can do it. Just believe, visualize, know what you're going for, and go for it. It's worth it in the end. I promise you that. Even if you don't make it as big as you thought you would, I promise you it's worth it in the end. And maybe what you thought you were going to be isn't who you were meant to be, and you're still going to get to a better point than you're at. No matter what. Whatever you think you want to chase right now, once you start chasing it, it might lead you down a whole different path. But you're going to realize that's the path you were meant to go down the whole time. You just need something to show you. Same with all the little hustles I tried. Everything. I was always trying something. All it takes is working towards something and realizing this really isn't what I'm passionate about. What I'm really passionate about is this. And you just take a little detour and you wind up where you're supposed to be. So just start walking. Start building. I don't know what else you're going to do. So, what is it that you want to do? I'm genuinely curious. If there was something you could do, money wasn't an option, it didn't block anything, you had the money to do it, what would you do? Let me know in the comments. What is something that if you had the option that you would do? What do you dream about? What did the little kid version of you want to be? I always wanted to be a wrestler. That was always my thing. Unfortunately, I didn't have a family to push me towards my dreams. And if you're a parent, think about that. What did you want to be as a kid, but you were told, nah, that's stupid. Nah, you can't do it, you're too small. Nah, there's no way. And if you're a parent, whenever your kid tells you something they want to be, why don't you just try pushing them towards it? My son told me he wants to start a hot sauce business. We made some hot sauce. He hasn't talked about it since. But if that was what he wanted, he would have had a hot sauce business. I would have made him the website. I would have helped him with the marketing. I would have helped him with everything. And we would have implemented that and put it into place. He wants to be an artist. This is something he really wants, and he works towards it. So I told him, okay, I want you to draw something every day. Doesn't have to be some elaborate thing, but I want you to draw something every day. If this is what you want, you need to watch videos, watch tutorials, and you need to draw something every day. And he's been on it. He's gotten so good. For his age, he's gotten so good. I can't wait to see where he's at 10 years from now. But that's what you need to think about as a parent. What does your kid say they want to do? Push them towards it. There shouldn't be any fight. There shouldn't be any pushback. There shouldn't be any, nah, that's stupid. That's how his mom and her husband are. You don't want to be an artist because it doesn't pay well. Tell that to the artist making millions and millions of dollars. Tell that to David Cho. Tell that to people in art galleries selling their pieces for 1.2 million, 1.7 million, even tens of thousands. It doesn't have to be millions. That's more than a lot of people are making. That's good money. But he won't ever fully understand that if he's getting beat down. Luckily, he has someone that'll push him. Because there's nothing worse than having a dream and having someone just shit all over it. Tell you it's not possible. That probably happened to a lot of you, and that's why you're not chasing your dream. So I'm genuinely curious. If you could do anything, the childhood dream or your adult dream, what do you want to do? Nothing stupid. No dream is smaller than the other. I want to know, what would you do? And then, once you comment and tell me, I'm going to push you to do it. I'm commenting back. I'm telling you that you got this. I'm going to give you ideas for how you can start. And if I can help, I'm going to give you ways that I can help. Because there's nothing worse than having a dream and just having a dream. It sucks. It like eats at you. Unless you keep yourself busy enough, there's always going to be that part that goes, God, I wish I could be doing something else. I wish I wouldn't have given up on my dream. I wish I was baking right now. I wish I was making jewelry right now. God, all those grills and those videos, I could be making that. You know how many people probably told the person that first made a grill for your teeth how dumb they were? And now it's one of the most popular things in hip hop. Someone had to have heard that. You want to put diamonds and gold on people's teeth? Why? That doesn't make sense. No one's gonna want that. Every hip hop video. There's even songs about them. Like, there's gonna be someone that tells you your dream is stupid. It's up to you to believe in it. It's your dream. It's not their dream. Of course it's stupid to them. They don't dream that dream. Don't let someone tell you what your dream is, because it's not their dream. Nobody can tell you anything about it. Nobody can tell you how to do it. Nobody can tell you how to accomplish it unless it's someone that's also living your dream. That's who you want to hear from. That's who you want to get advice from. If someone's not making $1 million, why would you listen to them about how to make $1 million? If someone doesn't have a famous podcast, why would you listen to them about how to make a podcast? If someone doesn't own a cosmetics company, why would you listen to them about hair products? There's certain people you should listen to about your dream. Everybody else is just noise. Of course it's stupid to them. It's not their dream. It's impossible to want something and expect someone that doesn't want something to understand how you feel about wanting that. It's crazy to let someone who's not doing what you're doing define the right way or the wrong way for you to do it. People are going to think you're crazy. People are going to think you're stupid. People are going to think whatever they want to think because it's not their dream. It's just not something that you need to hear. It's not something that you need to think about. You just need to nod your head, go, okay. No, yeah, good advice. And then that's it. Nobody can tell you anything about your dreams unless they're living that dream. If you've got someone that runs a successful podcast trying to tell you something about podcasting, that might be someone you want to listen to. If you've got someone that works a warehouse job trying to tell you that you're doing your podcast wrong, I don't think they have the best knowledge to be given advice. So why listen to them? The only person that can help you are people that are living it. Anyone else, they have no say. They have no rule over your life. They have no input that should be taken as fact. So if someone tells you it's stupid, yeah, it's stupid to them. Someone tells you that you're doing it wrong, they haven't done it. So do what you're going to do. Start laying your bricks. Take your first step forward and just make that step towards what you want to be. Nobody's stopping you but you. No voice is louder than your internal voice. So smack the bitch voice in the face, do what you got to do, and live the life that you're supposed to live. I got my people here for my next podcast. It's pretty short. Yeah, it's all good. We're going to cut this one. I appreciate y'all for listening. Hopefully this has helped. Hopefully it's given you some sort of motivation to take that step forward. I appreciate everybody that's watching. I appreciate everyone that joined the live. I love y'all. I'll see you on the next one.